未来洗联储还有 HDO 洗币会别人抢着来成为国家流通的货币。接下来被国家认可、主权认可、主权流通，甚至大的这些沼泽地控制的金融集团流通，但是一定会发生的。
Welcome to episode 68. I'm back. My name is Mindy, and we have Lily and True007. Please introduce yourselves.
Hello, everyone. I'm True007. Welcome to our Crypto News Talk program. Hope today we're going to bring a light and a breakthrough of the legislation from the UK. Thank you.
Hello, Lily. I'm Lily, and thanks for joining us today from wherever you are around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you.
Okay, today's topic, will UK be the leading crypto hub globally? Is it just by legislating that they will be governing over crypto ads? I don't know. Let's have a look. Now, that's the news for today. Upcoming UK rules for crypto ads approvals spell uncertainty for industry. Let's have a next slide, please. Wow. The next slide, we want to talk about FCA. FCA is really the regulator for the financial sector in the UK. They want to regulate, they do regulate financial firms that provide services to consumers and maintain the integrity of the UK financial markets. Next, we have Archax. Archax is one of the first companies to receive FCA crypto rego in 2020. Even then, they are not sure whether they are going to be able to provide the solution to their clients. Now, next, we have UK government final proposal for crypto stablecoin regulation. Now, in early 2024, UK government planned to propose legislation, and they have unveiled the first proposals. Now, the first proposals will regulate crypto ecosystem after industry complained about government struggling, dragging its feet. Now, the government says that it wants to make UK the destination of choice for the industry. Let's see whether they're going to make it or not. Now, first question, UK has tougher laws for crypto ads. Is that how you become a leader in the industry? First question to True007. Can't hear you.
Hello, Bindi. Thank you for the wonderful, challenging question. Okay, your question is would that make the UK an industry leader? Okay, by regulating the advertisement, basically, I think that would. Advertisement is what? It's a bridge between the one who want to advertise and then project to one who is a target audience. Okay, I assume money, cryptocurrency, DeFi is the market is every person on the earth, maybe on the Mars too. Okay, so this is why it's so important how you advertise and how you mediate, how you not propose misinformation and disinformation and stick on the whatever it is, and while it's still using the art of the language advertising. Okay, so this is very important. I think you're spot on. The first question is, in the era of vast amount of media disinformation and misinformation, how we can have the true message crossing to the audience of the future generation and present generation for cryptocurrency users in the community as well. I think UK taking the leadership, especially its Financial Conduct Authority, and regulate that will restrain and regulate the market in such a way they will adhere to basic rules, such as truth will prevail and so on. So what we have seen in the past, the problem is, I think there are a lot of misuse, and misinformation from advertising to so on. For example, stable coin wasn't even stable, all right? And people think it's stable, then they lost all the money. Just give you an example how important it is. This regulation controls the human communication channel, controls what the provider of the service will have to see to the buyers or to the users of the market. So important. So I'll stop here. Go back to you.
Okay, very interesting. What about Lily? Lily, what are your thoughts? Is it just by regulating crypto is going to propel them to become a crypto leader in the world?
I think it's only half the story. It's known that the crypto world is a land of Wild West. So I think UK is trying to sort of make London, make UK to be a crypto, in India attempt to make crypto a more crypto friendly country, but at the same time, I think it's more important that they emphasize on crypto integrity. Crypto integrity is more important in the long run. By having too strict rule, it will cause, of course, like they have to firms have to comply with that. So it would sort of clean up the industry a little bit. For example, like finance, they couldn't get their ads approved, so they have to relinquish serving UK clients. So, but I think it's a step towards the right direction in terms of serving, becoming a crypto friendly, crypto integrity place. So, yeah. Over to you.
Okay, next we're moving on to the second question about authorization. Is authorization enough or not enough? What about new permissions? 2007, what are your thoughts?
Authorization, it's not one off and then that's it. You give that authorization like a marriage. You married, then you get a certificate. That means you can, old ways, you can stay together, have children, and run your finance or whatever. So, however, the authorization, okay, provided by the authorities, FCA, whether it's FCA or ARCHAX, ARCHAX, okay, one another. So that's why it stated something like that. It stated that that while everyone is in the same state as us, that is the ARCHAX chief operation or marketing officer, okay, advertising, okay, marketing. So he said, we are all applying and we are all allowed to provide the services while we apply. Here you go. Before approval, as long as you put your application in, you can provide the services of marketing and advertising, said Sam Bambi. So ARCHAX, and in the interview with CoinDesk, he also said, if at the end of it, someone passes, then that is all well and good. But if someone doesn't, then they would have to stop providing service. And I share it, something like that. That's what he said. Being he obviously his company is the first one get approved. Okay, so I should say, then someone would have to providing the stop providing services, or give two options. Number one, continue provide within 6 months, but you have to be approved or reach the standard of being approved to continue provide service. Okay, or continue provide the service for a year while you continue to meet the compliance standard. So not just to stop providing service, because you guys already market, you step in, you become the number one approved, you probably become a monopoly. This is what in UK, I think the government should not let that happen. Once that happens, then with all the weaponization corruptions of CCP is concerned, they can buy out the big one approved, and the rest of the guys will never be able to get approved. They can do that, okay? So they can weaponize the government agencies, and they already been in favor of the approved agencies like ARCHAX. That would be a disaster for the future. of the cryptocurrency industry. And then UK's, okay, and aiming the status of becoming the market leader will be in the way of a hard-bound road. Back to you, Bindi.
Well, you know, HX is the first company to be granted the ability to advertise. So other companies have actually latched on to HX to temporarily approve crypto ads for other companies. Even then, HX is not certain that the application will actually go through. Companies are still relying for ad approvals to be forced to find alternative means of complying. That says that, what does it say? I think it just says that the all the rules and regulations are just very, very uncertain. They do not have a clear-cut case for companies to follow. Even Binance says they are not going to take on any new UK clients until they find an authorized ad approver. Who is going to be the one approving if HX, the company that has been authorized, is not able to do that? What do you think, Lily?
Well, it just say it's in a period of uncertainty whether FCA is using this opportunity to abuse, sort of like exercise control in the name of misinformation, because they want to set the narrative through this regulation. And how are they up to date with cryptocurrency is another thing, because if the guys who set the rule do not know the game, how can they set the rule? So that's why I think it's creating this huge confusion in the market.
Yeah, so it just looks like we're just going round and round the same thing.
That's right. I think so. Especially when the government agency they with the authority to approve or disapprove the functionality of commercialization of the crypto ad approval. If that is uncertain, then nothing is certain. So can you see that? We can see, I think everyone is learning, the market is learning, and we as the observer and also participate in the different market, we're also observing that too. What we will observe is that to control people's behavior, you control what they're allowed to say or what not they're allowed to say. So in other words, there's no freedom of information, maybe freedom of speech. So you first rights, okay, that you can talk about whatever you want to do, but when you want to do the advertising, you see, particularly advertising is so powerful in the in the already industrialized, informationalized world. We are fighting for information war, for misinformation, disinformation. So from a good point of view, okay, if you want to regulate the industry, it is actually wise to tap into the advertising channel, make themselves compliant. In other words, they cannot say, our cryptocurrency is the best, but you don't even have a KYC yet. Oh, our market would be very big. So look at, what we've been doing. Okay, very good. But so what you've been doing is turfing and providing information to CCPs. Okay. So for example, and to a leader or organization where it's a dictatorship and also and the mass murder of human race like Uyghurs and Xinjiang. So this is what I think we need to get out. So by the government have the final say, or its agency appointed, like Ajax, and to see you cannot see that, or you can see that, or check your background because you have, you're not clean. You have already provided disinformation, misinformation to the market, and calling the market misappropriate your stable coin, okay, and though you even went to jail for proved, for confirmed, committed crime. In other words, all those things, I think, taking in consideration, it will just make the market probably more transparent, while prevent what happened in the first wave, second wave, until a couple of months ago. So the market is still cleansing, led by FSCC and so on. Good or bad, but it's doing that. I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried is going to jail for over 100 some years. So all this shows that, guys, if anyone want to take big cake, this is not just a small business. It's the future of the human race. How we're going to conduct our financial lives. So it is so important. I think have a good check out, but just make sure you don't sort of be weaponized by the CCP and do not support the monopoly. Let the DeFi act market as a DeFi, but with certain regulations for goodness.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on to question number 3 about UK publishing final proposal. Okay, final proposals. Final proposals for crypto stablecoin regulation. So it's final proposal. So what does the final proposal say? The final proposal is still not clear because the firms approving crypto ads for other companies will have to, first of all, get new permission from FCA. Once they get a green light, they have to prove that they have the appropriate expertise. Proving the expertise to approve promotion of other crypto company. You know, HX is not even sure that they actually able to do that because they are not 100% sure. What does it say? They keep emphasizing that UK is having the final proposal. It's a very, of course, they acknowledge that it's a resource intensive area. They have a growing team. But what does that do when things are pretty unclear? I think it just means that it will add on to cost, won't it? 2007.
Well, if you look at what they're trying to do, the government in the UK, plans to propose the legislations on a final backed stable coins by early next year, 2024. So what they really want to do is that they're trying to, they want to make make a new industry, so make also it's a destination of the whole industry of the world. In other words, DeFi and token businesses, cryptocurrency, whether centralized or decentralized. So this is a good thing. So it is, in fact, it is very good thing because I think as one of the oldest centers of finance in the world, which is still is one of the, used to be 3, but one of the 2. So UK still play a major role, in between old economy and the new economy, and the old money and the new money. So I don't think these guys, being in the position for that long, they were gonna be easily give up the leadership of the industry. So by doing that, I think it shows they are awakened to this, self-destiny, awakened to what they have to do as a responsible government. So in that case, I feel that it's although a lot of uncertainty, but given that the market, you can find the geniuses, so you'll find the teams. So I don't think it is too hard there as well, since the crypto business has been here for 15 years. So positive. Back to you, Indy.
Okay. Lily, do you have other views?
Yeah, I'll just see that UK is trying to fight against CCP's initiative making Hong Kong a crypto hub. So by emphasizing on integrity, I think is a move towards the right direction. At the same time, they have to count the cost of being flexible. To maintain crypto integrity, there must be costs, and they have to be prepared to come up with the standards. In the future, only integrity will last. Being crypto friendly is very different from being crypto integrity. So it's only up to the politicians, the big players, how they want to bear this cost and come back to prepare to attract the smart money, where they would prefer stability, integrity in the long run. So I definitely, for one, a fiat-backed stablecoin is a move in the right direction. So we are seeing bad players by coming sort of by emphasis on integrity. We will weed out bad players in the industry and maintain the good ones in the pool. So it's taking time and taking efforts, and UK, if it wants to maintain its preferred position in the finance industry, it has to count the costs.
Counting the cost, but I was just thinking the cost is actually on the private companies, the crypto companies, who now have to go through many more hoops. Even when they after leaping through the hoops, they still don't know whether the ad is it's because even the approvers do not know whether it is complying or not. That's what I mean by cost. It's not cost on the government, it's cost on the private enterprises. Now moving on to Mount Score. Flower, if we can have Mount Score video, please.
美国、欧洲、英国，包括日本，最近提出来大力支持发展数字货币。而且出台了一系列的政策，是由当地的央行出的啊，还都没有一个国家还有明确的数字货币的监管机构，还也没有法律，就是一个一个现在出散弹式的打乱枪。日本说了，任何人要搞稳定币，必须和日本的当地的银行联合开发。英国已经基本马上要公布了，说任何稳定币必须和当地的银行，就是你在他银行开户，你的所谓稳定币钱必须在他钱里控制着。那么现在世界上最友好的国家对货币就是阿布扎比，阿布扎比很明确你了。就是你可以搞这个稳定币，但是呢，两种稳定币，大家记住啊，两种稳定币，一种稳定币，比如说咱们洗币，现在到美国搞叫美元，我在你美国美联储财政部登记了，美联储和现在的所有的这个财政部说，我同意你作为稳定币，我来给你背书。那你的前提是什么呢？你洗币要把账号开在美联储、财政部。你这个钱你不能乱动，你要在我的监管下动，这是真正的稳定币，这叫国家批准的我负责任的稳定币，这是接下来的一个全球的流行啊。对这个法币来讲，保护了他的利益，就你跟他是合作者，而不是竞争者，或者不是挑战者啊，是个友好关系。那么第二种这个币是哪儿呢？就是我没跟你商量，我也没有你批准，我也不需要你批准，我自己选择了开户银行、法币银行，我就锚定叫美元，我就叫比如洗美元，我把钱存在银行，我不动它，我不需要你任何人给我背书，我也不需要你给我批任何牌照，人家也不承担责任，你自己保在这儿，那这叫稳定币。现在世界只有一家洗币。
Okay, two types. Just to recap what Mount Score said, there are only two types of stablecoin. One is registered with Federal Reserve. So Federal Reserve will then back up, which means they will have to open up all the accounts and everything else. So Federal Reserve will be the one authorizing and permitting and approving the stablecoin. The second type has nothing to do with Federal Reserve. They just go ahead, issue the stablecoin, but they have the money in the bank. And that is the second type of stablecoin. I want to ask 277, which one do you prefer? The one that is being have the Federal Reserve as an oversight, or the one that is just having themselves, the crypto company issuing the stablecoin, saying that they have the money in the bank? Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the second. I prefer the H coin type. I tell you why. Okay. But when I say I prefer H coin type, the stable coin is got to be true stable. So when you have H coin, what is the H coin type? So that stable coin and that Himalaya dollar, it has to be actually 100% stable. So in other words, you need to be audited. The person, as Miles Gore said, we're going to be put the fund, okay, when you buy the token, okay, put the fiat into a countries, okay, into countries authorized to protect the bank, like the central bank of a country. And if we select EU, okay, And that sounds a good one because they're pretty oil rich, and then we get the US dollar or euros coin. Everyone buy the token, but then the fiat entry, in other words, the buying into get into the market, that money initial funding, it's still, preserved 100% by a third organization rather than Himalaya Exchange itself, and then put it in the bank, and it's guaranteed protected. So you can't do better than that. Well, it could be in the United States, okay? But then you probably don't want to do that. You're already seeing what the Feds have done in the United States, and then you don't have any freedom when they've been weaponized. This is a nightmare. Why we're so careful? Good, we know as organization, our stable coin, that we never weaponize that. Okay, but it is the SEC and the US, deep state. Somehow they have confiscated our cash and blame on us some kind of committed some kind of fraud or something like that. But there's no one. We are the user. So many of our users will say no. That's our all free will. There is no corruption. All the money is there. Never Miles score nor any of our guys touched 1 cent out of it. It is you, SEC, confiscate the money and take it away and blame on us, interfering with our normal businesses. That's bad. Okay, so this is why we only want the stable coin, and not to mention we have a KYC too. So if you have the KYC, okay, there's anti-money laundering, everything already passed the compliance. So we're like in and out. It's very clean money. That's why JP Morgan's, okay, Connie Morgan, wife of Morgan's family now, they said that you guys, your money, your Shibi, your coin, Himalaya coin, and the Himalaya dollar, it's very clean. Okay, it's the most, the purest, cleanest organization and the tokens in the world that she has been seen. So that's a proof of it. And Federal Reserve, the problem is, you don't know, for political reason like now, been politically weaponized. That's worse. Weaponized by CCP, then politically weaponized by CCP. And they're like doing the witch hunt, but it's not right. It's not verified, not proven. Then you cannot even, say, like a Sam Bankman-Fried, you could even be free before you committed, okay, or prove that you have committed anything. So this is a problem. Imagine if you put that in any country's reserve bank, and then they don't like you, or they like you, but they've been sold out, or they've been bought, or they've been weaponized, in other words, or they've been moneyized. They say, look, whatever you guys are in, it's okay, but when you're out, the money is not yours. I took it. So, this will destroy your business, your system. That's part of the ecosystem, which you can input, output, in and out. The money, currency means, okay, circulation. And you stop the circulation between the long DeFi and DeFi. These are the two circles, yin and yang, make the world circulating. So this is why 2 arguments, stablecoin and the H-coin is the best design in the world, number 1. Look what we're doing. Because of that, so we have HPay. So you can pay in and out too, okay? HPay is the great pay. Without the first one, HPay doesn't have any foundation where you pay when you're receiving from. So receiving your stable coin or your H coin. So you can do both. Each way. That means you should not be handing into a third party which will act biasly against you. Okay, no matter who they are. I mean, as long as you're KYC, that's it. Not what you do. What we're searching for, the finance, it's a freedom of my money. I want to use it. Not like the situation we see a couple of years ago when the street protest comes. Okay, even in Australia, Canada, and the government stopped the money. Okay, the government stopped the protester to use the fund to put the petrol in the truck drivers. Okay, that's terrible. Can you see that? If imagine you have your stable coin banked parked in the Federal Reserves or some kind of government or semi-government organizations. So I think this is a road that the industry, in other words, the leader of the human race into DeFi, the decentralized finance, that process, okay, is going to be still a bumpy road. You shall see, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people will still choose the first type, which is to have the money parked to the Federal Reserve, because somehow there are people who think that the authorities are more credible than private enterprises. What do you think, Lily?
No.
Well, I think, yes, a lot of people would go for open an account with Federal Reserve because they do not, it is more convenient.
Not
But
opening an account with
as-
Federal Reserve, the stablecoin company are registered with the Federal Reserve, where the Federal Reserve has a say over the stablecoin.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because it's
That's
more
not what you said.
convenient.
Okay, go on.
So
It's more convenient for them. But at the same time, as a consumer myself, I would prefer the second method because you want to keep politics out of money. Federal Reserve, not many people are aware that Federal Reserve are not independent. They are interest group behind to sway policies. So when when the stable coin is with the Federal Reserve, yeah, they can dictate your registration with their rules and orders. So as a consumer myself, I would prefer my stable coin to be with the bank like Himalaya Exchange.
I think at the end of the day, we can debate all we want on this issue. We'll have to see how the market looks like in due course. It's just like a lot of people are still very compliant. They'll probably choose the first method, and these are also the people who will use CBDC, and not and because they have already believed the media that says, oh, okay, all these cryptos, they are scammers. You know, how can it be the case that they take your hard cash and then give you something in digital form? So there will be a market for the first type of stablecoin as well as CBDC, but which is going to outbid the other one? Probably second. That's only because we are the awakened group. There are a lot of unawakened group of people as well. We'll have to see. Now, coming to the end of our program, before we go, we want to remind ourselves that daylight saving is already over in America. The program is going to be at 1 o'clock in New York. Is it? No, actually, is it 1 o'clock New York time, and 10 a.m. on Monday in Beijing, and sorry, it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock in New York. Time doesn't change, but elsewhere in Sydney as well as Beijing, the program is 1 hour ahead, which is 10 a.m. in Beijing Monday and 1 p.m. in Sydney. Thank you very much. Before we go, let's remember we have beautiful G fashion that uses HPay. Over to you, Fla.
熟悉的字眼，却不知不觉离我越来越遥远。曾经那个意气风发的少年，为了生存只能拼命挣钱。财富是他们画下的大饼，虚幻背后发现全都是陷阱。各种经济暴雷，房价崩得稀碎，抬起头，前路一片漆黑。Welcome to the world, to the new world. Welcome to the world, yes, going to the moon. Welcome to the world, to the new world. Welcome to the world, yes, going to the moon. Yes, going to the moon. Yes, going to the moon. 安全对前沿加密技术出手，但你的财富没人能夺走。稳定币、浮动币设计天下无双，还有20%黄金挂钩，摧毁不停压榨你的机器，从此不再做金钱的奴隶。洗脸储的大门永远敞开向你，前途光明就在洗币。Welcome to the world.